All right, just about ready to go with the bantamweights. They are Julianna Peña, 31.
Sara McMann. And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a six-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record, 10 wins, 4 losses. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 136 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, by way of Spokane, Washington, USA, presenting the number 7 ranked bantamweight contender in the world, Julianna, the Venezuelan Vixen Peña! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
One of 2 assignments tonight for the no-nonsense Keith Peterson. Red De La Cruz with us all night for what is a big one here at UFC 257.
Ma'am, are you ready?
Sara
Ma'am,
McMann slightly favored at -125. Julianna Peña at +105. This fight clock is brought to you by the U.S. Army. McMann in white with gray trunks. Julianna Peña is in the all black.
We've seen improvement in the stand-up of Sara McMann. She still hasn't shown that she's completely comfortable there, but she has gotten better. Let's see how quick she tries to get a takedown, because you know Julianna would very much welcome this fight becoming a grappling match.
It has been just about a year layoff for Sara McMann. She was booked against Aspen Ladd in June, but Ladd tore her knee up, and McMann ends the layoff here tonight against Peña.
And against Lena Landsberg, Sara McMann looked fantastic. She was able to fight her fight, score takedowns, and dominate from the top until she got the submission. That's what she needs to do, but she does understand that there's a much bigger submission threat in Julianna Peña in front of her tonight.
Right. Ooh. Couple nice right hands there from McMann. She had over 10 minutes of ground control time against Lena Landsberg last January, and not a scratch on her after the fight.
Her hands do look sharp here in the opening round.
She's landed. But look at Julianna. That's what Julianna's going to do, right? She's going to stay in your face, going forward, trying to pressure you, force Sara to defensively try to take her down and put herself in danger of her jumping on a choke of some sort.
A lot of people expected that by this time Peña might have challenged for the UFC title. Had a big main event against Valentina Shevchenko several years ago. That did not go her way. Early shot from McMann, bails on it.
And you've seen Julianna get some big wins. Like I remember way back in the day, she beat Jessica Ai and was so mad that she didn't get a finish, right? Jessica has challenged for the championship. It just has not worked out to this point for Julianna Peña, but she is still more than a viable contender in this weight class.
Ooh, nice right hand there from McMann. But there was a good jab earlier as well from Julianna.
Beautiful takedown there by Sara McMann. She got to the single leg, was able to run the pipe, sit Julianna down, and right away she went to side control. So that immediately takes away some of the submission attacks that are available to Julianna Peña. And now she's just going to ride her.
So on the back, she's trying to get those hooks in.
Don't rush, Sara, don't rush.
No rush here, no rush.
There it is. She was waiting for her to get up a little higher. Throws the right hook in.
No rush at all here, Sara.
Julianna's doing a really good job of reaching across and controlling the choke hand of Sara McMann. It's going to be up to Sara to clear that hand, get that second hook in, do some damage to Julianna, make her open up so that she can try to chase the submission attempt that she seems to be looking for.
She's trying to pull her over. Nice job. She's got wrist control. You see Peña really trying to keep that leg elevated so she can't throw that hook in.
McMann has competed in some form of wrestling for over 25 years. Little fence grab from Peña. But she is upright and greeted with a knee from McMann.
Solid knees to the body here from McMann.
Do it again.
To watch Sara McMann still competing at 40 years old and in this way, right? She looks fantastic. Physically, she's always been in fantastic shape. But to be competing at this level and seemingly getting better really speaks to the type of athlete that Sara McMann is.
Yeah, nice work from McMann to keep side control.
Hey, block her hip with your left hand. To the inside of the hip. Yes.
Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. And perhaps some of those layoffs have helped extend the career of Sara McMann. Had a 2-year layoff when she gave birth to her son Lucas in 2018.
Sara McMann has a bit of a half Nelson there, trying to flatten out Julianna Peña. She put herself in the half guard because, as we've said for years, wrestlers aren't afraid of half guard. It's so comfortable to be in there doing damage. Now, Julianna has all of her submissions at her disposal now that she's gotten her in full guard.
Oh, beautiful elbow there.
But you got to be careful because Sara will drop bombs.
She's just got to stay composed while she does that in the guard, because Peña will throw up arm bars, triangles from here. She can sweep. The good thing that McMann's got going on for her, though, is she's pressuring her up against the fence. She wants to keep Peña's head crushed into that fence, because that's going to be able to limit her movement with her hips to be able to swivel side to side to look for the certain submissions.
Look at Peña trying. I'm sorry, John.
Just going to say her jiu-jitsu coach, Luis Claudio, a Hickson Gracie black belt, one of the best in the game. Round 2 coming up. The UFC 257 prelims are presented by Modelo. Well, while Sara McMann was making her walkout tonight, you guys mentioned that she got a full workout in on that 16-hour flight from Vegas to Abu Dhabi. Paulie, if you knew you were allowed to work out, I think you might have gotten one in.
Wait till the return tonight, baby.
Nice.
I'm bringing the bike on there, John.
I know you are. I thought that was coming.
Nice job. Nice pressure here from Peña.
Beautiful right hand there by Peña. I mean, Sara drops on that single leg, and then she, guillotine choke here. You saw the first time Sara was able to clear it off to the side and get side control. Julianna jumped right to the full guard, and now she's got a deep guillotine on Sara McMann.
McMann has been susceptible to the submission in her UFC career.
Nice work using the cage.
Beautiful pass by Sara McMann. You saw her start to get the pressure going forward into Peña, and then using the octagon to propel herself off of it, lift her hips, and rotate out. Peña puts her right back.
Looking for a triangle.
Yep.
Nice elbows.
At the end of the round, she had this too. You saw her legs creeping up on Sara McMann, and Sara didn't move or didn't react. So Julianna's more than happy to sit here in a full guard in the tip submissions.
See McMann with the hand over the mouth of Peña a moment ago, that to upset the breathing pattern of her opponent. McMann really got fast-tracked in the UFC. Second UFC fight, she was 7-0.
Look at this. This is starting to get dangerous for her here. You cannot have one hand in and one hand out when you're in someone's guard. You got to be both in or both out. You cannot be in the middle there if you're Sara McMann.
Yeah, she did a good job recognizing that. Got both arms in. Now she's going to look for elbows. Nice elbow over the top there from McMann. See, but Peña constantly working from her back. Very active guard.
She's starting to switch her hips. You hear Sarah's corner telling her to follow.
You see her locking up that arm, DC. Now she got it out of there. Nice job from McMann to recognize that. I'm loving these elbows over the top, John.
That much we know. And just to finish my point, McMann in her second UFC fight, 7-0, faced Ronda Rousey for the UFC title. Has also been in there with Miesha Tate and Amanda Nunes back in 2015. But you eventually felt like this matchup could very well happen, and here it is.
You know, this is a very dangerous position for a wrestler, right? When you go to that can opener and grab the head, not many guys are comfortable, fighters are comfortable doing it. George St. Pierre did it all the time because he was so aware you weren't going to armbar.
He was almost baiting you.
Yeah, trying to armbar, and he would pass,
and
he would go on top. But it's like, you have to be very careful when you go to that can opener position because you're almost setting yourself into an armbar. You got to be so careful. And Sara did it 2 or 3 times and landed beautiful elbows. Now she has the back again.
Yeah, same sort of situation we had in round 1 where she had one hook in and Peña did a really good job of fighting out of it. You see her trying to, now she's on the neck though. She could be going for a bulldog choke. She's out. Nice job there from Peña. Right back on that guillotine.
That's the second fight like that we've seen tonight where one athlete just chases guillotine every time to reverse the position and just put their opponent in danger. Look for Sara to step in front with her left leg to start to try to twist Julianna down if she can lock her hands.
Oh, beautiful. Nice counter knee.
Perfect timing.
McMann just pressing into Peña, really making her carrier. Notice the single leg. She's done a good job of getting her head across, building back into Peña and setting her on her back. But right now, Peña's been so busy, even as she's getting pressed against the side of the octagon.
Under a minute now to go, round 2. Soft warning from Keith Peterson for more action here in the clinch. McMahon's corner looking for a drop down for a single leg, and Peña probably heard that imperative.
That's why so many corners are speaking in code now.
You're right.
They've got to have a code for a single leg, because you immediately become aware and be on high alert when your opponent's pressing into you and that's taking you down with 3 single legs already.
Knee from McMahon. Peña returns fire.
Ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta throw there. Nice job from Peña. There was like a little stalemate there for a second. Finishing strong.
All right, round 3 coming up next. Little really seemed to enjoy the output there from Peña in round 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, even when she was pressed up against the fence, she landed beautiful knees on her back. She was landing her own hammer fist, good ground and pound from her back. And then at the end, landed with a beautiful combination and let her hands go. Could be 1-1 going here into round 3.
I think one of the biggest issues Sara McMann has had over the course of her career is when she becomes uncomfortable. And I believe that Julianna Peña recognized at the end of round number 2 that she was making Sara uncomfortable. She was making her fight in a way that she doesn't want to. And now you can see the panic in the face of Sara McMann as Julianna Peña gets going.
Yeah, she's starting to shoot from further out. I think Julianna Peña should have just used a little more range there. She was doing so well on her feet.
Well, she gets close and then she gets taken down. And if she's not careful here, Sara's in this clinch position, overhook, underhook. There's so many different attacks from this position for the wrestler. But Peña just never stops throwing attacks. She's kneeing, she's punching. She's doing a really good job of using the activity. Oh, wow, beautiful step through throw for Julianna Peña. Look for her to try to slide her knee through the top. Get knee on belly on Sara McMann.
She is in shape.
Oh, man, she looks better today than she ever has in terms of physically. After having her daughter, she's ripped, she's strong, and her cardio never has failed her. But she seems to have gotten even better in that facet of her game.
Yeah, I don't think you're overstating it, and no overstating the importance of these 3.5 minutes in terms of the championship aspirations for both of these women.
And this is worst case for Sara McMann. You know, the one thing she does not want to do is be on her back, stuck in full side control against Julianna Peña.
McMahon's corner recognizing that Peña's probably trying to set up a guillotine by giving her just a little space to try to work herself up along the fence here.
Our back take. Julianna Peña did a good job of cross-facing Sara as she was trying to build to her knees to avoid her from going to her base to try to stand up.
Oh, big hammer fist from Peña.
Oh, nice job. Just trying to looking to take the back.
You see the difference in the way that Julianna takes the back opposed to the way Sara McMann took her back. Sara was jumping to the back and almost falling over the top every single time. Julianna's very patient, taking her time, landing punches and strikes, and then when the opportunity will present itself, then she'll get a hook in to try to chase her finish.
And if you're Sara McMann, you got to figure out a way to get out of this compromising spot. Just over 2 minutes to decide this one.
Beautiful ground and pound from Peña. Staying very busy. Anytime there's an opening, she's throwing punches, hammer fists, elbows, looking to flatten her out. Does she have both in, or is it just one hook? I can't see that on the side.
It's just one hook in, so it's going to be difficult.
There it is. There's the second
there
one.
goes the second one. Sara has to give her back to try to change a position.
Right to a body triangle.
Now, if you're on the bottom, you want to move that body triangle over to your right. You want Julianna Peña's foot that's hooking underneath to be on the mat.
Oh, that's getting tight.
Ooh. Oh, it's in.
She's fighting that hand.
Yep, the top hand is very important on that choke. But if you're Julianna Peña, you can choke with one arm. Sara has got to try to get circling off to her left.
That's
Julianna,
There's the tap. Julianna Peña submits Sara McMann. Huge win for Peña on Fight Island.